Welcome to the Junior Adobe Digital Media Academy class presentation. My name is Haley.
My name is Jordan Zamochin.
For this project, we had the opportunity to collaborate with Chick-fil-A Rand Village to create graphic and video design work for their marketing campaign.
We were given specific information from the client on the deliverables that we were tasked to create. In the graphics department, a yard sign and table tent, recruitment cards, and team member checklists. In the video area, we were to create videos for social media and to honor graduates.
Our client provided us with the official branding for Chick-fil-A, known as their visual identity standards. This list gave us the important information we needed to keep our designs brand conscious in the way of fonts, icons, colors, and logos.
We divided into teams and began to ideate and design. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to the graphics teams.
Hi, my name is Josie Frankie, and this is my partner, Kendall Brown. We were in charge of creating a table tent and yard sign to encourage people to apply at Chick-fil-A Rand Village. To make this happen, we collaborated to create designs that would catch the eyes of prospective recruits. We knew that following the visual identity guidelines was the top priority and that our designs needed to start with adherence to that criteria.
When sketching out my initial ideas, I focused on Chick-fil-A's primary colors, red and white, as well as a focus on their most beloved character, the cow. In my first sketch, I envisioned a cow holding a sign, an iconic image in their marketing. My second sketch consisted of a red and white cow print design, and my third was a red background with dots, an element often found in the company's icons.
While Kendall was creating her concepts, I started on my designs. I knew that the table tent and yard signs had to match, so I started thinking of compositions that would work well on both layouts. I primarily wanted to work with cow print since it could be manipulated however we needed. Next, Kendall and I came to an agreement that dots would match the visual identity guidelines and would work well on both layouts.
When beginning to create the table tent and yard sign, we initially went with a cow print idea. However, after meeting with our academy teachers, Mr. Petty and Miss Williams, they pointed out the pattern was not found in the brand identity. So, we regrouped and we went with the dot concept.
Our client decided this wasn't quite what they were looking for. After brainstorming, we decided to have icons as the feature design elements. In my design, simplicity and legibility is key, since this deliverable needs to be seen from a distance. I stuck with my primary colors and added multiple Chick-fil-A icons into the background. I then added the QR code as the center focus, surrounded by the text, "Join our team," and scan to apply.
In my design, I added a white box with a red stroke surrounding the textual information required, the tagline, the QR code, and the details on how to apply. I placed icons at the bottom to match the background of Josie's yard sign.
Our client decided that they wanted to see the Chick-fil-A navy blue swatch in the background of the yard sign and asked if we could remove the stroke surrounding the table tent text. They also asked if we could add the icons into the background of the table tent to get a cohesive look between the two designs. Once we did this, we finalized our two designs for our client to choose from.
After receiving the final revisions, we went into Adobe Photoshop to create mock-ups featuring Josie's blue yard sign and my red table tent with the same navy blue swatch and the website link. We are very pleased with the outcome, and we cannot wait to see these printed out and placed at Chick-fil-A Rand Village. We would now like to hand it over to the next team.
Hello, my name is Kayla McComas, and this is Ryan Allard. Unfortunately, our third member cannot be here today, Connor Hibbard. We were in charge of the recruitment card portion of this project. This would allow Chick-fil-A Rand Village to engage with possible future employees.
When sketching out my design, I focused on creating a simple card that captivates viewers. I began by working on the front, being sure to include the different elements provided by Chick-fil-A. I added a large logo to the center with contact information underneath. Then I added lines on the top and bottom in order to get rid of white space. This is the final design that will be used on the front of all cards. I finalized it in Adobe InDesign using my original sketch as reference. I added their vision statement, creating a place where people find joy in their work, to the top of the card and then sent it out to receive feedback.
For my design, I sketched different layouts for the backs of the new recruitment cards, using various images as a reference. Here is my final design. As you can see, I made many changes from my initial sketch using Adobe InDesign here. The coloration completely changed once I added a division for visual appeal. I moved the logo to the left side and included Sundays off, scholarships, and flexible hours on the bottom right.
For Connor's design, he referenced many previous Chick-fil-A recruitment cards when coming up with ideas. One of his ideas was this, with a QR code on the left and a circle logo on the right.
Connor decided to change his logo from a circular Chick-fil-A logo to a Chick-fil-A Rand Village logo, which you can see here. He also included various reasons to join the Chick-fil-A team.
For my back design, I focused on simplicity, including a large QR code in the center with text on the top and bottom. I also added lines on the top and bottom in order to create continuity between the two sides of the cards. This is my final product. I ended up making many changes from the original sketch during the digitization process, and I added a square logo on the left with a QR code on the right to create symmetry, and "You're awesome, let's chat" in the center. Then I added flexible hours, Sundays off, and scholarships on the bottom. Finally, I used Chick-fil-A blue to add variety to the all-red text.
After we were happy with our designs, we decided to place them in a mock-up to view them in a more professional setting. Our finalized design for the front of the card is on the left, and our back 3 designs on the right. We are very grateful to be able to work with Chick-fil-A on this project, and we would now love to hand it off to the next team.
My name is Rhea Teague, and this is Ray Schrader. Our third member, Ayla Palmer, unfortunately can't be here today. We were in charge of redesigning the team member checklist, which the employees at Rand Village use to ensure that they get all tasks completed. We aimed to create an editable checklist so that they could change or add jobs and positions as needed. This is what the checklist initially looked like. They were very plain and had no graphic elements. We needed to change that. To do this, we got our ideas together, communicated our direction, and went into the sketching phase.
My sketch is on the left. As you can see, I took my main inspiration from the brand's beloved cow mascot. I lined each spot in Chick-fil-A red and added dots for the headers. Finally, I added icons that would correspond to the group of information, adding a cow spot underneath for emphasis. Ayla's sketch is in the middle. She added a title bar at the top of the page and icons surrounding the border.
To create my sketch on the right, I looked online at different checklist photos, but none caught my eye. I liked Ray's idea of utilizing cow print, so I included that aspect in my design with a border around the perimeter, some headers, and Chick-fil-A's cow icon to the corner. We initially decided to move forward with my sketch, with a few minor changes utilizing InDesign and Illustrator. Ray and I both started on our own versions of the cow print, though we decided to use mine. I added the border and the Chick-fil-A logo to the corner, and the first draft was complete.
Later on, we realized that Chick-fil-A's cow motif isn't used as often in their current branding, so we decided to change our design. Keeping Rhea's border, we went with Ayla's idea and added icons along the bottom.
We used a simple bookmark style for the header, as we felt it matched the brand's simplicity while adding a layer of detail. We also added the logo to the corner to add shape.
The next day, I picked up the design and found the icons we wanted to use. Keeping variation in mind, we thought it would be best to have 2 pages with different icons.
We needed to find a way to put the background that we created into Google Docs for easy editability. After some research, I found that we could use the watermark function to put an image in the background that wouldn't move.
With the background done, I went ahead and placed the text provided into the Google Doc. We had to figure out how to arrange the text in multiple places and found that using the table tool would be the best way to achieve this. Placing each group of tasks into their respective cell, I arranged them accordingly. After this, I made the lines of the table the same color as the background so they wouldn't be visible.
While that was being worked on, I started on the title page. I took the base that Ayla and Ray created and added a banner across the top with Chick-fil-A's logo above it, and Ray later added the checkmark icon and the vision statement below it. After further review, the client decided to remove the vision statement along with the border and to turn the checkmark dark blue.
These are our final checklists. This is for the advanced team members. Well, this is for the team leaders. Overall, we feel like our design accomplished our goals, fits in well with the rest of Chick-fil-A's branding, and looks pleasing to the eye. We would now like to hand it over to the video teams.
Hi, my name is Sarah Jones, and these are my teammates Lorelai Rogers, Adam Berg, and Autumn Parrish. We were in charge of creating 3 30-second clips for Chick-fil-A Rand Village's social media. The videos had to be versatile yet simplistic, so the client could post them to any platform needed. Because of this, we had a maximum time limit of exactly 30 seconds. Due to this time constraint, we had to find an equilibrium between lighthearted and funny versus straightforward and serious tones, all while remaining as concise as possible. From our raw footage, we then created an edit decision list, or EDL for short. EDLs provide video editors with the key information from their videos, such as the name of the subject, what was said in the video, as well as the file name. We first compiled all of the videos provided into a singular EDL, and from that larger one, we each made smaller EDLs based on our individual clips. Having a pre-made EDL streamlined the process and allowed us to quickly move into video editing.
We then proceeded to download all of our videos and gathered them into Adobe Premiere. We imported our video clips and began cutting the footage and adjusting the audio. We then realized that we had 2 issues. Our EDLs did not come out as smoothly as predicted, and some of us had the same clips as one another. In the end, we communicated as a group, and we were able to use our EDLs as a base design for what we wanted our videos to look like, and we only had to switch a few clips to get that clean feel.
Once we placed all of our videos into our timelines, we noticed that the employees' badges had reflected off of a light that made them come off as really bright and hard to see. Our solution to this problem was to create an adjustment layer that would include a brightness and contrast effect. This would make the badges more visible by masking them out using the pen tool. We also masked around each employee using the pen tool as well to keep our backgrounds from looking dark throughout our videos. For our music, we use a website called Pixabay to find copyright-free music similar to what you would hear in a Chick-fil-A restaurant. For our employees' audio, we needed to make sure that everything was consistent. We used a volume unit meter, these vertical green bars, to ensure consistency for the perfect audio level. We did this by using multiple keyframes to directly change the audio in the range of -6 and -12, which is considered the perfect audio range. We also used keyframes in the bottom right here, where we faded out the music and the audio at the same time.
In our original version, each video ended with an overshoot animation using the round Chick-fil-A logo with an added audio element. Overshoot animations start small, grow large, and then shrink back to the desired size. This was the original ending of our 3 videos. As you noticed, we added a cork popping sound effect to highlight the joyful nature of our videos and create a light and playful feel. While we really liked this element, it was ultimately decided by our clients to remove the sound element and change the logo in the animation to the Chick-fil-A Rand Village logo. We then reviewed our videos, and after we were happy with the result, we sent them off to our client for feedback, and we are excited to show you what we created.
I find the most joy at my work, working with customers actually, interacting with guests, just working with people.
Just working with my coworkers. Everyone here is really cool.
We serve guests, but we also serve each other.
I have friends here, and so that's something that I find joy in.
They always make the shift so much better.
I want to be known for my dedication.
Just being a good person and being kind to others.
Having an impact in the world, just making people smile.
I find the most joy where I work is with my coworkers who've become like my best friends.
It's fun to see people that I've known throughout my life come through the drive-thru or inside.
They always make the shift so much better.
I like to be known for being kind and helpful when I can.
Someone that people can like trust in and like ask for help and stuff like that.
Hardworking and just being a friend.
If I could be known for one thing, generally it would probably be my kindness.
Like I walk into a room or like I'm working with someone, that they just like have a better time.
My kindness and loyalty, honestly. I think it's really big to be loyal to the things that you love.
Just working with people, whether it's the guest or my coworkers.
For having an impact on the team and really being the mentor that I had when I was a high schooler.
We show up for our team, we show up for our store, we show up for our community.
We are honored to have played a role in creating content for Rand Village's social media. We would now like to hand it off to the graduation video team.
Hi, my name is Jaden McKenzie, and these are my teammates, Jordan Zamochin, Haley Simpson, and Chloe Miller. Our team was tasked with creating a celebratory video for Chick-fil-A Rand Village's graduating seniors.
A few weeks prior, we went to the Rand Village location, and with the help of a few seniors from the academy, we recorded Chick-fil-A's graduating seniors' responses to a few questions about their work. After getting this footage uploaded, we created an EDL of our own to work off of. Next, Jaden and I moved into Adobe Premiere and placed the proper clips in our timeline. We cut them down to capture only what was needed and to give the video a friendly, whimsical feel. After getting all the clips in their proper areas, I used guidelines to adjust the scale and position of each clip, ensuring that headspace was consistent throughout.
While Jordan was fixing headspace issues, I started on a digital animation of the Chick-fil-A logo. To do this, I used Adobe After Effects, a program I was not quite familiar with. I spent hours scouring the internet trying to figure out how to achieve my desired effect. Once I found an animation that I wanted to recreate, I added artistic details to help make Chick-fil-A's logo pop.
As Jaden and Jordan worked on the placement of clips into Adobe Premiere, Chloe and I began searching for music for our video. We wanted something that would capture the friendly and approachable atmosphere of Chick-fil-A while also maintaining the sentimental feeling of the 2023 graduate videos. We started by listening to different audio clips from Pixabay, trying to find a few that would blend well together.
I started by importing my audio clips into Adobe Audition and started playing around with them to see what parts I liked and how I thought they could fit together. I liked the beginning of one of the songs that had piano in it and thought it would work best as the intro. I then started by sectioning and looping the audio so it would fit with the duration of the graduation video. Pulling up the Chick-fil-A animation, I saw that it fit well with the audio. Finishing up, I cross-faded the audio clips, ensuring no popping and smooth transitions between each clip.
To finish up, I went through each video clip and color matched them to ensure consistency. I then masked out each person, which allowed me to adjust the background of each clip without affecting the entire thing. After that, I added Chloe's audio and adjusted levels to make sure that the music did not overtake anyone talking.
After finishing our video and sending it to our clients and getting their approval, we're now proud to show you what we've created.
I would say my favorite memory is
Do I start? Do I start?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My favorite memory here was probably...
My favorite memory at Chick-fil-A would probably be...
This right here.
Down.
Right there.
I would say my favorite memory was being able to attend the Christmas party around December. And that was my favorite time because it was the first time I got to see all my friends outside of work, and I got to really know who they were, and I just gained a lot of new friendships, and we got closer as a team, and that was probably my favorite memory.
My favorite memory here at Chick-fil-A Rand Village would have to be the Christmas party that we held of Christmas 2022.
When my former middle school theater teacher, Mrs. Kidd, walked in when I was working at front counter.
The Christmas party, You know, we had a lot of fun, and it was good to get to know coworkers besides like when you're working and during the job.
When we all went and went bowling at Buffalo Lanes, I feel like that was a great team building exercise, and it was just fun to get out with other coworkers and do something like that.
One time I had a conversation with a guy that works as something at a jail. I just thought it was really interesting hearing about what he does in a day.
You know, being able to see everyone outside of work and hang out, it really made my day. And the community that we built here of coworkers and I guess friends at this point really means a lot to me.
This guy I'd never met before on my first week of working ordered a milkshake. And he looked me dead in the eye and he said, "I would like extra whipped cream and 3 cherries." And I was like, "I got you."
Spending time with everyone and just in general, all the memories that you make throughout the months, and well, I've really enjoyed making all those memories with everyone.
We were outside. We had to keep switching people back and forth. It was kind of fun because it was cold.
Made the milkshake for this guy and I brought it back, and literally the joy on his face when he saw all 3 cherries was just inspiring, and I was like, this is why I want to work here.
When I sang Party in the USA with Wyatt and Parker.
Where do I find the most joy in my work? I would say just the people here make it more fun for me.
I find the most joy in my work in being able to see my team members grow, specifically the ones that I help build up.
When I get to serve a customer and bring them joy and get to put a smile on their face, because you never know what people are going through.
Blanked.
Just a little joke for you. Little joke for you there.
The people that I work with, because I've made a lot of friends since I've started working here. They always make the shift so much better.
Just working with people, whether it's the guest or my coworkers. It's fun to see people that I've known throughout my life come through the drive-thru or inside.
Just making people smile, if it's the customers or just fellow employees.
Being surrounded by a team that is a family is super important to me. We have a great culture, but I just love to get up and go to work, which is something some people can't say about their job. So I would have to say that's where I found the most joys in my team.
So I definitely find the most joy in working here and building relationships with my coworkers who have essentially become my second family now. Just knowing that someone always has your back really means a lot, and it really makes working here a lot of fun.
I find the most joy where I work is with my coworkers who've become my best friends.
It's normally with the customers, When you have a conversation with the customers, you really get to understand where they are in their life and what's going on. And that just brings me joy if I can somehow change that or make it better.
With my coworkers, because everyone's just really happy and kind all the time, and specifically in drive-thru when there's no cars coming through, you kind of start to have conversations and you get to know people, and there's so many interesting people who work here.
Just talking to friends and just having a good time while also serving the customer.
Whenever there's a good split between having fun and being able to get things done.
I first came here and I got to know everyone and make friends, and then just working with them is where I find a lot of the joy here.
For me, it's just been a great experience and overall, and I don't think anything's ever been able to top that as of now.
Sorry, I think I have the hiccups.
I want to be known for. Wait, can I pause? What does that question mean? I saw that. I was like, what is it like?
I want to be known as a good person, but also funny, laid back, respectful, trustworthy.
Generally, it would probably be my kindness. I want someone to. I don't know. Me personally, I don't like it when someone doesn't like me.
Why am I stumbling over everything?
So it's. I don't know. So.
It would just be a really fun person to work with. Just when somebody's excited to come in to work with me, I think it'd be really fun. I would love to be known for that.
I want to be known for having an impact on the team and really being the mentor that I had when I was a high schooler at Chick-fil-A.
I can be a role model for them, or they can come ask me if they have a question, or if I can go help them.
So I definitely want to be known for establishing close relationships with my coworkers and always being a friend to everyone and always being there for everyone if someone's falling behind, always being sure that we're all cut up to speed and going good.
Being a caring person, hardworking, and just being a friend.
My kindness and loyalty, honestly. I think it's really big to be loyal to the things that you love and the people you love. And some people don't want to say they're loyal to their work, but I definitely am loyal to what I do. I love marketing and I'm really passionate about that.
Someone that people can like trust in and like ask for help and stuff like that.
Being kind and helpful when I can.
I just want to be known for having an impact in the world and just making people smile.
It's kind of just like part of the way I was raised. So when someone sees me, I'd like them to like see a friend.
It is an honor to be able to help celebrate the Rand Village employee graduates, and we hope that these videos make their accomplishments feel all the more special. At this time, I'd now like to pass it over to presentation design.
During this project, I created the slides for our presentation from scratch. Since Chick-fil-A is such a prominent company, I knew I couldn't just grab a template from a free website and add our content, so I decided to create our own. To start this process, I knew I wanted our slides to replicate the friendly yet professional appearance of the Chick-fil-A brand, so I used the exact company icons, colors, and logos from the visual identity standards we received. Since Chick-fil-A's colors are red and white, I made the background color of the slides opposite from the background of each team's design to maintain contrast. Using the Theme Builder extension from Google Slides, I was able to create a consistent layout. As I was creating the slides, I realized each team required different measurements and arrangements for their sketches and designs. Because of this, I had to individually communicate with the teams to find out which layout would work best for them. After adding multiple media placeholders to the slides, my peers were able to add their graphics and videos without changing the appearance of any other slide. Overall, I'm very happy with how our final product turned out. And at this time, I'd like to pass it over to Josie and Kendall to close us off.
We are extremely thankful to have the opportunity to work with Chick-fil-A Rand Village on this project. First, we'd like to thank Ms. Wiggs and the leadership team at Chick-fil-A for giving us the feedback we needed to succeed. We're also extremely thankful for all the employees who participated in and supported the filming process.
Next, we'd like to thank the CTE staff at Central Services and our Academy board members for being here today and for championing our Academy program. In addition, a special thank you to our principal, Ms. Peckham, the entire administrative team, and our Academy coordinator, Ms. Murray, for their support throughout this process. Thank you, Ms. House, for making the connection with Chick-fil-A Rand Village possible. To our Academy teachers, Mr. Petty and Ms. Williams, thank you for your supervision and guidance throughout this project. Finally, an extra special thank you to Mr. Maldonado, Isabella Haddon, and Wyatt Turner for assisting in filming the employee interviews on a Saturday at the Rand Village location.
Thank you for your time. It has truly been our pleasure to work on this project with Chick-fil-A Rand Village. We'd now like to open the floor to any questions.